Hey everybody, Rodman here for episode 12 of Black Lake. So let me do a quick recap of our current outstanding goals. The long-term goals are a Boomloop farm for power, Bionics to repair Sergio, a tomb for the fallen, and kill off the nearest community. Short-term goals being collect the additional plasteel blade and burn the temporary base down to the ground. Alright, we left off with a beautiful little wedding. I didn't really put the marriage spot down in time, but they're getting married in the rec room anyway, next to the pool table. How classy. And we are going to fix some things first. So Dano here is a night owl. That was mentioned by Kane. So we're going to make him on the night owl schedule. And I'm going to do the same for Vex, because that way they get to actually sleep together, being husband and wife. And then one other comment I received was that Carl mentioned I could possibly use beautiful marble for the future rec room. And I thought that was a good idea. However, it does not look like there's any marble on the map, so I'll have to buy it. And obviously I'll just swap the walls once we get there. Alright, so let's get the ball rolling. They're all having their wonderful little party. As you can see, if I check needs, attending a wedding, is a very nice mood buff that lasts a very long time. And then there's this attend the party, which does not last nearly as long, but pretty nice as well. Good stuff, good stuff. My shooters here are going ham. But alas, there's nowhere to haul them at the moment. That's kind of sad and unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is let's create a corpse stockpile here. This isn't really a workshop yet. So corpses. Storage for animal non-rotten corpses. Now, who all was hunting here? You were. Mr. Velik, you get to haul. Clearly, I need a better long-term solution. That one I don't have yet, but we're working on it. Well, as usual. Okay, we are also dreadfully out of granite, it seems. Sandstone, slate, yeah, we are out of granite. There we go. Let's haul specifically some granite in. I don't really feel like building in anything else. Granite or bust is how I feel. So if I just double click some granite here, I can highlight a great many chunks. There we go. And we are 5 granite short of actually roofing that thing off. What I can do, because I'm sort of waiting on some additional... Oh wow, I almost have enough slate for the whole thing. That's pretty cool. As I can start tiling it all off. And beautiful spring has begun. Dano here probably needs a better weapon. Instead of hunting the Muffalo, I want them not to waste Muffalo. Oh, is this marble? No, it's limestone. I'm just gonna have them haul some in. As you can see, they are getting through the slag backlog. There was quite a lot of it. And it looks like we are just about done tiling off the barracks, which is awesome. It's a very impressive barracks. I don't know, it's one of the largest rooms I've ever made, for being honest. I think there's Only one animal training left to do, which is kind of impressive. It's a lot of animal training. I am just making sure that any rubes that I don't want, I don't get. Not super important. Alright, what I'm going to do is try to butcher the smaller creatures. Obviously having a butchering table in the kitchen is a very bad idea, but this is a temporary kitchen, so I don't really care. I have plans to make it better next time. Come on, let me clean up. Really? You're not going to clean? My beautiful farm being as productive as ever. Nice and toasty in there, too. Alright, so we've gotten through the backlog of non-granite. Now we're going to start getting granite done right after this slate block, which will allow us to finish off the walls and therefore the roof, which is good. Vex is on a shoot frenzy. She's happy. Alright, so the restrictions. I put the Jirit's Dead Marsh. Dano needs it. As far as trained dogs go, I no longer need that restriction at all. So let's go ahead and manage the area. Get rid of trained dogs. What is shelter? Shelter's just going to the barracks. I guess that's fine. Pretty much all the animals are just about trained. So, let's see. I need 30 t-shirts. Let's queue this up. T-shirt. Details. We want, drop them on the floor. Endolos will craft them. Oops, I wasn't done with that. Do until I have 30. And they've got to be, what, normal or better? And probably not crapped on or better. And don't count equipped or tainted. And don't use the wool. And all the other materials are fine. Just don't use the wool. Or synth thread, I guess. Okay. Good doggies hauling stuff. So we have the granite blocks somewhere. There they are. We haven't really used them yet, though, for construction. This dumping stockpile can obviously shrink considerably as we've just gotten through all the backlog. These dogs are hauling in, I don't even know what. There's still some jade out there, but it's not going anywhere. And a transpo crash. Who is closest? That's actually not that far. Endolos. Mr. Cole here. Okay. Good animal trainer, I guess. How bad are you bleeding? Okay. You have a bad back, but I have plenty of time to capture you. That's not going to be an issue. Always adding to the community. Just a reminder, that is my prime directive. Didn't want you all thinking it wasn't. Making sure that simple meals are meat only, right? Yes, they are. So the workshop is coming together. I think slate tiles there as well would be nice. Alright, I do believe that all the animals just finally got trained. They did. Very nice. Let's make sure they all get herbal. We'll do the same. Yep, that's already true for our normal pawns. I bet Jirit is eager to use that wonderful sword of his. Getting rid of the old flooring. Oh, Cole got infected. Let's give him actual meds. And Mr. Wolf, I think you still are the best doctor. We don't actually have a very good doctor in the house. We'll patch him up. We can always cut off his leg if that becomes an issue. You know, like you do. And we'll try to recruit. As a reminder, it is indeed what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, now that we have some additional granite, what I'm going to do is, let's see about trying to reclaim as much of this mountain as possible. I'm going to cut it into it like a layer cake. And we'll see how much of it we can get rid of. A very, very big kitchen would not be a terrible idea. This, of course, is plasteel there. I've known this, I've just not addressed it for a long time. And then, we're going to want a door. I'm just going to put wooden doors for now. Speaking of wood, it looks like... Ooh, reindeer. It looks like we need to start trimming some more trees. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, don't allow sowing. Doesn't really matter what I put. They'll cut the trees. And likewise, I'll do a tree trimming zone down here as well. Oops. Trying to just grab all of the local trees. Some caribou. Alright, Cole's no longer incapable of walking, but he's on bed rest. How's this infection going? We look fine. Alright, now this is, this is now, too cold. Or too warm, rather. So, are you a good miner? Yes, you are. Okay. Need warm clothes. Yes, you do. Clothes that I do not have. Wow, this stockpile is filling up right quick. I think what I'm going to do, let's check the dogs. They're probably in need of food. I'd like to... Yeah, let's just do that. For now, we will get rid of the NPM. And I don't even have the wood to replace this wall with, I don't think. Just to expand the zone to allow us to butcher some more animals. Oh, Mr. Wildman. Vex is starting fires. That's always nice. Firefighting is everyone's top priority, so everyone that's around gets to just stop her, I guess. Vex, you just got married. Don't make me throw you in prison. You know what? I'm gonna just deal with her firebug. It's mostly been harmless so far. And we had cargo pods, which I wasn't able to immediately pay attention to, and those are going to go bye-bye real fast because they are in the water, so let's grab them. Oh, I hate pyros. Quit setting everything on fire. Yeah, you're real funny, haha. Okay, so she's no longer fire spree. Does she at least gets catharsis out of that. Not that she needed to, she just got married. Oh, no, not even catharsis. That's a big womp there. Alright, I'm going to make sure all of my miners... 8, it's close enough to 9. I want them all to be getting full resources out of everything they mine. Which happens at level 9. Alright, so all these bad boys are going to spoil soon. What I'm going to do is allow for additional butchery, and without that NPM there, we can obviously expand the amount of space we have. Oh, caribou. You shouldn't have. Who's my animal handler? Wildman, you're an animal handler, right? What are you doing? Sometimes this mod is retarded. Oh, excuse me for using that word. Okay, I guess you aren't gonna euthanize by cut? Because we need material. Alright, fine. Who's actually a good doctor? We need doctor training for Wolf. Wolf, euthanized by cut. This is a good way to level up your doctoring. So let's look at his bio. Medical. Boom, he actually leveled up. Granted, it created a massive mess, but yes, that's a very good way of leveling up if you have no concern for animals. You can level up that way. More cargo pods. These are gold and it's closer. Alright, we're starting to work on the foundations of the beautiful kitchen. Now, I don't have sterile tile researched. What am I currently researching? Multi-analyzer? Yeah, that makes sense. Deef, you, mister, are going to go back to research full-time. Which should have been happening this whole time. And your infection is fine. Cutting it a little close, but you know, that's how I do. Checking the overhead mountains. Trying to reclaim as much of this as I can. Yeah, medical emergency. You just crying wolf. You're fine. Okay, that's a lot of tree cutting. We just don't even have a place to haul it, which is kind of funny. So, speaking of which, orbital trade beacon area. That is a mighty fine spot there. So, let's start to wall that off. As the plan stated, where is our orbital trade beacon? It's somewhere deep in here. In this stockpile here. I'm not even certain. Alright, let's go and... I'm going to bump it down by 1. So the wall will be... I'll put the wall here. Look at you mining lovebirds. Alright, remove the roof. Don't want anything collapsing on us. That's another reason to do it. Alright, Cole has recovered. Good for you, buddy. Alright, CC is struggling to keep up with food demands. There is, of course, a very... once I have a very nice rec room, a very truly smart thing to do would just be to NPM everyone. And just say, screw it about food quality. Might be something I end up doing. Probably. I would need like an army of cooks to keep everyone fed, and that might not be worth the time, effort, energy, any of it. I don't think I'm quite at those numbers yet, but I'll be approaching them. I just wanted to get through some of this before they spoiled. They're currently refrigerated, but they'll be spoiling soon. Okay, well, that will do. Got our multi-analyzer, and now back to prosthetics, and then fabrication and bionics. So if we have a multi-analyzer, let's get one built. We need 20 gold. Well, lucky me, there happens to be 20 right here. Alright, Deef, you are a good constructor. I trust you with this task. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... lay out the kitchen like that. That will be enough space to get by. It's a big kitchen, right? Yes. And then... oh, no, that's not the dining room. This is the dining room. So... already breaking down some of my doors. We're gonna need some coolers galore up in here. Maybe even more than that. We'll see if 4 is enough. We're not in extreme heat or anything, but might not be. We'll see. We're not even hauling anything in anymore because we just don't even have space for it. Which is Crazy, right? Alright, one thing that wouldn't be that hard for me to do would be to start the tomb. So, ideally, the first tomb would be close to home because it is a recreation thing to do. My words, they are unbelievable. So, let's have the first one be close to home, like I said, and then future ones will be further out. So this is all slate. That's not going to match. Have it be sandstone. And then future tombs won't be this close to the base for obvious reasons. We'll have to actually properly lay that out for the future, but, you know, the initial ones are fine where they are. Also, I'm going to want to research sterile tile. Oh, you're fine. You don't need warm clothes. I guess it's about time to start moving the production objects, the workshop stuff, because we are really, really dangerously running out of space where it is. And we can also drop some tool cabinets. Actually, you know, I'm going to change my mind and drop them mid-room like this. I'm going to change my mind even more. Aim them a little higher. What hasn't been moved? The tailoring bench. And maybe replace the light into the middle of the room so it benefits the most people. Getting rid of the old floor. For the stock room, I think just concrete is going to be fine. It doesn't need to be pretty. Where is my trade beacon? I haven't seen it in quite some time. Even Sergio's getting in on that. Alright, we're starting to move the tables. What I can do is put some dead conduit. That will help a little bit. Big old stock room. Big and ugly. That's a lot of wood we managed to cut, and we're just leaving it out there. Hopefully we'll start hauling that in once we have the space. Got prosthetics, that's good. Let's get fabrication. I guess the animal sleeping spots here, we have 4 dogs and 4 founders. We'll split those up. Don't care where they sleep. And how's our t-shirts? Our t-shirt game is pretty weak. We definitely have not been making very many. And we have a poisoned ship. Sweet. We did end up getting someone with a sniper rifle, right? No, that was the other series. What am I thinking? So we have bolt actions, bolties. Yeah, we don't even have the... Okay. Well, that will be interesting. Maybe something for next episode. As I feel like I've been doing such a wonderful job on this episode, trying to get the base sort of good and ready. Wouldn't want to ruin it by slowing down my progress. Alright, so we have somewhat of a workshop. I guess what I'll do is clear this plan zone. It's kind of ugly. And there's a lot of little quality of life improvements that I should make to the base. But it's really coming together. With all the hands, with all the many hands that we have, and the fact that they're not moody as hell, we've really been able to make a lot of good progress. Alright, so for my progress report, we wanted to get a tomb for the fallen. I do have a tomb built. I don't have the sarcophagus. We are still pushing towards barracks. Now, I know I haven't done much in terms of the boom-up farm, but I still haven't forgotten about it. And we are, of course, really getting the base ready to burn down the old section. So next episode, hopefully, we sort of finish off some of the kitchen, and we get ready to burn down that old base. That would be great. All right, well, thank you all for watching. I hope you tune in next time. If you have any feedback for me, drop me a line, and I'll catch you all later. Adios.